My name is Josue Trejo. I'm a father of 4 beautiful ladies, also a husband. I've been in construction since 2014, which is roughly 11 years. The need for a job got me into construction. I was looking for something better for myself, working odd jobs. I ended up working as a laborer for a construction company. My typical work week is 6 days a week, from sun up to sundown. I'll get up and then start getting ready. I'll brush my teeth, put my boots on, get myself situated. I'll put everything in my lunchbox and try to hit the road. I'm out the door by 3:34. That way I don't have to run into major morning traffic. I'll get to work and just start my day off, man. My actual work day would probably be like a good 16, 17 hour work day. Work from 6 in the morning till 6 at night. Then you have to commute home through downtown LA traffic or whatever area you're coming from, and then get home when it's already nighttime and my kids are asleep. Sometimes my kids wouldn't even see me. We lived in the same house. Well, I see them, but they wouldn't see me because I leave before they wake up and I get home after they go to sleep. As a father, it's hard. I don't get to see my kids. As for me, it creates a stress inside of me, knowing that, I'm not getting to see my kids or spend time with my kids like anybody else would that has a normal 9-to-5 job. I also know that I'm doing it for them. Working for those companies, they're about making profit, not taking care of their employees. Everything that they do is cutting corners, just telling their employees to get the job done by any means necessary as long as you don't die. That happens across all over Southern California, and that's the reality of how these companies function. Some companies provide their own tools, and then some companies tell you to bring your own. And if they break, well, then that's on you. Over the years, I've spent thousands of dollars just on tools that I need for my daily work activities. I try to make it a habit not to ever leave anything in the job site because it's not guaranteed to be there the next time you come back, because there's a lot of job sites that get broken into, and if your personal tools are in there, then that's your problem. A lot of those construction job companies do not offer you paid time off, sick leave. If you get injured, they tell you, hey, don't go to the doctor, go home, come back when you're healed. Some will not pay you after that, and after you're healed enough, they'll lay you off because you can't prove your injuries. It's stressful because you don't know if you're gonna be the guy that makes the mistake and hurts himself. And if you are the guy, then your days are numbered. You're a liability. They don't want you there, and the first moment they get, you're gone. I've been a victim of a lot of accidents at work. I've had my 2 fingers smashed, completely smashed, exploded. I got a piece of hammer on my leg. It was shrapnel from another piece of hammer that just flew off, impacted my leg, and it's still in my leg. I was at a job site where the guy that was supposed to be the watchman decided to go leave, and I got to the doorway and I didn't hear nobody. I didn't hear clear. I didn't hear nothing. So I looked through the doorway and I was met by a 2x4, and from the impact, it just literally cut my whole forehead. And I had to grab my bandana, put pressure on my head to stop the bleeding, and I explained to them what happened. They did exactly what they usually do, follow procedures. They tell me, go home, get yourself together. Once you're healed, come back, we'll pay you. So no paramedics were called, no incident report was made. At that time, I was really green. I didn't know the proper procedures of how to do things, so I listened to them, and I came back, and sure enough, I was not paid. Some companies will have you working 80-hour weeks, and you'll be making 20-hour paychecks, I would get paid by the company late at least once a month. Sometimes they'll say that a printing company didn't print out the checks, or they'll buy time by telling you, hey, the checks will be delivered Wednesday, and then Wednesday will turn into Thursday, Thursday will turn into the next pay period, and the next pay period you get 1 check instead of 2. It's embarrassing. You bust your ass off for a week, and then at the end of the week, they give you a piece of paper that has a number on it, and you go to the bank and having the teller tell you that there's no money in the account and that she's not going to be able to cash that check for you. And it's very discouraging for people like me. You know, I was working, I really depended on that 1 week of not getting paid, turns into 2 weeks, and next thing you know, you're not owing rent, owing car notes, and you're broke. It affected me financially because first I need money to travel, because I need fuel money to get to where I'm at. And also I'll be behind payments, so that's not even my fault. I'm working, I'm busting my butt every day. The company just doesn't honor their half of the deal. You know, sometimes I'll be driving on E just because of the struggle of the need to go make money, go work. Some of these companies, they put profit over your own personal safety and life. They don't care, you're just a number. There's just somebody they're paying. They have no interest in taking care of you. Their only interest and motivation is making money and profit.